Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Saturday, May 29th, at 3:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 658 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Canada mourns as remains of 215 children found at Indigenous school. Chinese city locks down neighborhood after virus upsurge. Bill Maher defends Israel, rips liberal media and Bella Hadid of the world. California cafe owner charges customers $5 fee for wearing masks. Mali names coup leader Kala Semigoda as transitional president. Judge appoints special master to examine contents of Rudy Giuliani's seized phones and computers. San Jose gunmen had cans of gasoline, 22K rounds of ammo at home, officials say, what we know. Doral police deny giving heavily intoxicated schools police sergeant favorable treatment. Idaho cop fired for mocking LeBron James on TikTok. Former Health Department employee Rebecca Jones granted official whistleblower status. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Democracy's loss, 9/11 Commission Chief on Republican January 6 rejection, The Guardian. Jason Tatum's 50-point night takes focus off Kyrie Irving's return, lifts Boston Celtics in Game 3, ESPN. Manchester City vs Chelsea, Champions League Final, Preview, Team News, How to Watch, We Ain't Got No History. Police seek tips after child's body found near hiking trail outside of Las Vegas, KTNV Las Vegas. Luka Doncic, 44 points, highlights vs LA Clippers, Dallas Mavericks. Marjorie Taylor Greene may be politically safe, but her conservative Georgia constituents have concerns about her tactics, CNN. Friends reunion censored by the Chinese, cutting guest stars Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber and BTS, deadline. White House slaps sanctions on Belarus following brazen arrest of opposition figure, NPR. Kim Kardashian getting protection from alleged stalker, TMZ. Author Michael Lewis' daughter dead 19 after car crash, online. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Mitch McConnell is a spineless McWorm on damning New York Daily News cover. Republican election chief in Arizona blasts madness of vote recount. San Jose shooter was reportedly under investigation at work over racist comments. Dove Cameron opens up about choosing to love myself as a queer woman. White House defends high gas prices as Americans prepare to travel for Memorial Day. New York Knicks ban fan for spitting on Atlanta Hawks Trae Young during game. 25 of the funniest tweets about cats and dogs this week. Biden omits Hyde Amendment from budget, keeping promise to defend abortion rights. CEO pay rises to $12.70 even as pandemic ravages economy. 19 striking photos you missed this week. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Record enrollment for summer school. Police officers save 1-month-old baby. Family searches for doctor who helped the daughter. Woman and her dog rescued from house fire. Store sells crafts from adults with special needs. Half of graduating class suspended after prank. After controversial post, owner puts bees up for sale. Teacher placed on leave over yearbook cover. 62-year-old charged in 1982 rape, murder. Neighbors, golf course is an eyesore. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. U.S. to reimpose sanctions on Belarus over forced plane landing. CDC loosens mask guidance for most outdoor activities at summer camps. Gateway tunnel between New York and New Jersey gains federal support. Real peace depends on recognizing Israel's right to exist. Fox News intensifies its pro-Trump politics as dissenters depart. Biden banks on $3.6 trillion tax hike on the rich and corporations. National Endowment for the Arts funding would rise under Biden plan. Senate Republicans filibuster January 6 inquiry bill, blocking a Capitol riots investigation. Taste like America. Postal Service, facing steep losses, seeks to increase prices. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. California inmates torture, beheading of cellmate was missed by guards, report says. Minnesota mom charged with attempted murder in alleged attack on her children. Greg Gutfeld, corporations placating the left are behind woke culture. Mississippi trooper struck by vehicle, killed during highway traffic stop. Minnesota neighbor from hell facing stalking charges, couple trying to move away, report. Dr. Ben Carson, saddest part of Biden causing massive inflation is effect on children, next generation. Tucker Carlson, scientists who no longer believe in science is a real problem for civilization. Leo Terrell calls Lori Lightfoot racist, embarrassing for black leader to discriminate. Denver security guard charged in Patriot muster shooting death pleads not guilty, report. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Saturday, May 29th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Bill Cosby's request for parole denied. Stream the Charles Schwab Challenge. Trinity Addison Smith, 9, dies days after stray bullet struck her while on trampoline at birthday party. Watch, Tay digs on the CW's All-American, Rent, the Best Man. New York Knicks plan to allow only vaccinated fans to buy playoff tickets after round 1. Teacher placed on leave over controversial stickers on back cover of middle school yearbook. Watch, Bill Cowher on coaching Pittsburgh Steelers and book Hard and Steel, I reveal a lot more than I ever have. Child tax credit, when will the first monthly check arrive? Stimulus check update, is a fourth relief payment coming? Watch, Lena Bloom on being first black and Asian trans woman on Sports Illustrated swimsuit magazine and movie Port Authority. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Lord Ashcroft's daughter-in-law is arrested after police chief is shot dead in the Caribbean. Is this finally proof COVID did leak from Wuhan lab? Families of London Bridge knife victims condemn security shambles for leaving Tahiti free to kill. PM behaved unwisely by letting Wallpaper Gate go ahead without checking who was paying for it. Middle-class family behind controversial adult site OnlyFans. Confused locals living on Alexander Road are puzzled to discover it's had a sex change. Biden $6 trillion budget forecasts a booming 2021 and publicly held debt climbing to $24 trillion. Photos of Southern California motorcycle clubs Hells Angels and Straight Satans in the 60s and 70s. Creepy Joe Biden slammed for remarks about elementary school-aged girl. Chinese scientists created COVID-19 in a lab and then tried to cover their tracks, new study claims. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Colombia's president deploys military to protest hit city. China, Philippines swap protests over Manila-occupied island. Ex-premier's graft case a test of justice in oil-rich Kuwait. Vietnam detects highly transmissible new coronavirus variant as infection surge. For Biden, it's back to the future in the Middle East. Researchers held an experimental indoor concert in Spain with no social distancing. No one contracted COVID. COVID-19 live updates. Researchers clash over call for harder look into pandemic's origin. As Olympic opposition intensifies, Japan extends coronavirus state of emergency until late June. The EU wants to toughen sanctions on Belarus. How likely is that to work? The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors. The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Hair waste from salons recycled to mop up oil spills on seashores. Sinead O'Connor, I'll always be a bit crazy, but that's okay. Tawanda Muii, asylum seeker who could become best cricketer in the world. Joe Wilfried Tsonga, I have to change things, I have to imagine another Joe. Outrage and delight as France ditches reliance on meeting climate bill. Languages of Truth by Salman Rushdie review, profound insights and platitudes. Flights v Flamingos, can Barcelona Wildlife Reserve survive airport expansion? Justice looks like telling the story, a long-buried story of the Tulsa race massacre. Green Tea Peng, a pop star, I have no interest in being a pop star. Why the lab leak theory of COVID's origins has gained prominence against Stephen Buranai. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. 11 Texas sheriff workers fired, 6 suspended in inmate death. 3 police officers charged in death of unarmed black man who said he couldn't breathe. Senate Republicans use filibuster to kill January 6th commission. Kremlin rejects new Microsoft allegations it carried out hack via State Department email. Guilty verdict in Molly Tibbetts murder trial. Harris is first woman to make Naval Academy commencement speech, our world is fragile. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Mount Nyiragongo, why Dr. Congo fears the explosive power of a lake. Footage shows U.S. flight attendant being attacked by passenger. President Biden releases $6 trillion spending plan. Ethiopia-Tigray crisis, warnings of genocide and famine. Taksim Square, Erdogan inaugurates controversial mosque in Istanbul. Tiziana Cantoni, Italian woman's body to be exhumed in murder probe. Don't take on China alone, says ex-Australia PM Kevin Rudd. Kashmir, a father digging up the ground to find his missing son. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Friends reunion, was it worth the wait? In California, state to offer $116 in coronavirus vaccine prize money. U.S. blocks Chinese fleet for mistreating fishermen. Detained journalist's mom hopes for son's return. Tulsa race massacre's wounds still unhealed. Family, no sympathy for cops in black man's death. San Jose wasn't alerted that Fez once detained rail yard killer for terrorist books, hateful writings, this says. Black mistrust remains 100 years after Tulsa massacre. California commuter train strikes empty vehicle. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Woman sues LA County over injury at Dijon Kizzy protest in South LA. Newsom orders independent investigation into murder conviction of Kevin Cooper. CDC relaxes mask guidance for unvaccinated youth campers when outside. Suspect in BB gun shooting on 91 freeway charged with attempted murder. San Jose shooter had 12 guns, 25,000 rounds of ammunition at home, sheriff says. Metrolink train hits unoccupied car on tracks in Pacoima, police say. A different Memorial Day awaits California as COVID-19 recedes, it's a relief. Suspects Volkswagen identified in road rage shooting that killed 6-year-old boy, reward tops $320K. Passenger banned from Southwest Airlines after altercation. Column, its founders gone, Black Lives Matter has reached the end of an era. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Saturday, May 29th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Over 600 musicians sign letter pledging to boycott Israel over occupation. Vietnam detects hybrid of Indian and UK COVID-19 variant. White House announces sanctions over Belarus passenger plane interception. Swiss bank admits to laundering $36 million in bribes to soccer officials. Joe Biden believes China hiding COVID-19 origin info. China warns political virus spreading. Israel now holding 13 Palestinian journalists. Reporters Without Borders, RSF, condemns Israel's misuse of administrative detention to hound Palestinian reporters. Brazil on drought alert, faces worst dry spell in 91 years. Canadian RCMP continue to repress journalists from accessing protests at the site of continued old-growth logging. Report, Bennett, Lockheed reach agreement on forming coalition to oust Netanyahu. U.S. returns ancient stone carvings to Thailand. Back from the brink, Iberian lynx population rises to over 1,000. Russia warns Disney against distributing short film featuring gay character. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken warned Israeli leaders this week that moving forward with a series of evictions of Palestinian families in East Jerusalem could spark renewed tension, conflict and war. Police seize hundreds of monkeys being shipped abroad to be eaten. Morocco joins growing list of African countries to legalize cannabis. Africa news. The next headlines are from Forbes. Employers can require workers to get vaccinated, government says. China missing Trump terribly as Biden hits hard power. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Daily briefing, the NES expels a member for the first time. Paleontologists hope Biden will restore protections on fossil-rich U.S. lands. The most detailed 3D map of the universe ever made. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,708,219,609 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. State Funeral Review, Sergei Loznitz's monumental study of Joseph Stalin's funeral. Friends, the reunion. China streamers clash as Tencent, Ikigai, and Youku unite against Bilibili. Cruella production designer on building Emma Stone's lair. Will Spider-Man ever connect with Sony's other Marvel movies? There actually is a plan, says exec. Liz Phair is ready to flourish and run with a new album, Soberish. British music festivals face second lost summer as UK government blamed for lack of insurance scheme. 10 takeaways from Sony Music Group's 2020 review and future forecast. Music industry moves, Country Music Hall of Fame ups Michael Gray and 4 more, Brooke Primero exits ACM. UFC momentum buoys and Never Stock as first quarterly earnings release looms next week. Chainsmokers get behind scripted film set in emo music scene, Every Night is Emo Night exclusive. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. White House slaps sanctions on Belarus following brazen arrest of opposition figure. Sheriff says the rail yard shooting suspect stockpiled guns and ammo at his home. 11 Texas sheriff workers are fired and 6 suspended in an inmate's death. What Microsoft officials know about Russia's phishing hack targeting USAID. The FAA has seen a significantly higher number of unruly passenger reports in 2021. Gaza Notebook, the surreal scenes I witnessed during the worst night ever. Many scientists still think the coronavirus came from nature. The CDC revises its summer camp guidance, easing restrictions. A young John Steinbeck's unpublished werewolf novel isn't going to print. Germany officially recognizes it committed genocide in present-day Namibia. The following headlines are from The Week. Biden is reportedly planning a massive asylum overhaul at the southern border. The Week's best photojournalism. WHO official pleads for a depoliticized investigation into the origins of COVID-19. CDC eases its mask guidance for summer camps. Solutions, Crossword and Sudoku, issue, June 4, 2021. Puzzles, Printable Crossword and Sudoku, issue, June 4, 2021. The QAnon contradiction. Capitol Riot Commission vote is perfect example of why the filibuster must go, critics say. A Quiet Place Part 2 is off to an amazing start at the box office. Senate Republicans block Capitol Riot Commission bill. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Alleghi this week, bitterness and brinkmanship. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Dunes trapped in a crater on Mars form this interesting pattern. Researchers develop a new framework for searching for biosignatures. These are the news headlines for today, Saturday, May 29th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Happy birthday, Frank Drake. U.S. Pentagon to produce UFO answers next month. What's this rainbow patch in the sky? In late May, closest Mercury-Venus conjunction until 2033. The next news is from Politico. George Floyd's murder transformed America. Big EU lawsuit against Facebook morphs into 3-year partnership with complainants. Cordray scraps Trump-era policy hindering state investigations of student loan companies. Biden administration sides with Florida on Canadian drug imports. A time for abusing, Trump nukes Paul Ryan's Reagan-esque vision for GOP. Opinion bipartisanship is dead in Washington, that's fine. MyPillow CEO flew Kristi Noem to GOP governor's conference on his private jet. Pretty damn scary, failure of January 6th Commission exposes Senate wounds. Biden's budget blowout predicts years of Obama-level tepid growth. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. AFL 2021 live updates. Errant Saints get a hold of North, Grundy herd in loss to Cats, Lions smash GWS. Victoria COVID live updates. 5 new local cases, record vaccination and testing numbers, exposure sites top 150. Netball must unearth more Indigenous talent, says rising star Holly. Where does no match for Crusaders as NSW side slump to 11th straight loss? Fiddler none the wiser despite Panthers getting job done against Dogs. Giants miss the start as Lions lay down flag claims with thumping win. U.S. freezes funding for Ethiopia as more Tigray abuses surface. A small price to pay, Pfizer queues busy at Olympic Park despite the cold. Wit up to back at long for stakes great return after confidence-boosting win. How global fraudster Samantha as a party duped Melbourne families. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Amazon investors reject New York retirement funds call for a racial equity audit. 10 other shareholder proposals. The Wall Street Journal, employers can require a COVID-19 vaccine for workers returning to office, government says. After sweetest week since January, meme stocks end on slightly sour note. Crypto, a bloody crypto Memorial Day weekend, some Bitcoin bulls are dreading the long U.S. holiday break. Newswatch, a bloody crypto Memorial Day weekend, some Bitcoin bulls are dreading the long U.S. holiday break. Personal Finance Daily, 5 surprising things in short supply this Memorial Day weekend, and financial advisors aren't thrilled about Biden's retroactive capital gains tax hike. Bond report, Treasury yields fall Friday, and lower for week and month despite inflation worries. Market snapshot, U.S. stocks close higher, ending week on good economic data despite inflation. Therese Poletti's Tech Tales, it's time for Elon Musk to start telling the truth about autonomous driving. The buy now, pay later wave, Klarna, a firm and rivals hope to take U.S. by storm. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. BioWorld MedTech Patent Highlights, Week 20 2021 to 2005-28, BioWorld Online. Tacoma Consulting Firm eyes cheaper patents for student inventions, Puget Sound Business Journal, Seattle. Can my computer own a patent? Intellectual property, UK, Mondac News alerts. Other barks and bites for Friday, May 28. China's drug patent linkage system goes into effect next week. Tillis asks Copyright Office to conduct examination. State bill studies, a new USPTO Code of Conduct rules, IPWatchdog.com. Can pre-grant opposition be filed while the decision of the controller is on appeal before the IPAB? Intellectual property, India, Mondac News alerts. Nanox sues Vitrivex for patent damages on vaccine technologies, Bloomberg Law. Case, patents JMOL and damages, WD Wash, Bloomberg Law. American Ninja Warrior Obstacle Design Challenge 2021, official rules, American Ninja Warrior Nation. How to accelerate the world into the 5G era, MIT Technology Review. IP protection in the cosmetic sector, patents, utility models or trade secrets, Lexology. The next headlines are from Quartz. How geological research has upended our understanding of historical African farming. Weekend edition, what Rio George Floyd, COVID's true toll in India, opening the Arctic. Biden's budget shows the big spending state is here to stay. This is the inflation the U.S. was expecting. Engine number 1, the little hedge fund that shook big oil. A year after George Floyd's murder, corporate promises haven't made Minneapolis more equal. COVID-19 vaccine waste is about to go up in the U.S. How many COVID vaccines go to waste? Big Pharma wants you to think sharing vaccine patents overseas is very dangerous. Biden's $6 trillion budget, India's true debt count, the MGM Tiger. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Unofficial Amiibo guidebook will be released with changes to appease Nintendo. Content moderation case study, Time Warner Cable doesn't want anyone to see critical parody, 2013. WhatsApp sues the Indian government over new laws that would force it to break encryption. Citizen continues its push to become cops for hire by leaking sensitive data, twice. Starlink reviews show the limitations of Musk's broadband play. Fact check, yes, fact-checking is totally protected by the First Amendment. Daily Deal, the 2021 WordPress Wizard Bundle. Citizen, the app that wants to be a cop, offered a $30,000 bounty for the apprehension of an innocent person. High school teacher's copyright suit against Netflix gets dismissed because coincidence isn't protectable. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Champions League Final. Hawks. Kevin Durant. Celtics. Clippers. Michael Douglas. Viviana Quinones. Christine Hammontree. Emma Stone. Dove Cameron. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Hybrid of UK and Indian coronavirus variants found in Vietnam, Health Minister. Russian economy to perform better than expected this year, World Bank. Pentagon Special Forces nominee says U.S. should strongly consider training Taiwanese guerrillas against Chinese invasion. Tennessee hat store promotes not vaccinated patch styled a Nazi yellow star, drawing condemnation and calls for boycott. CDC decrees that only fully vaccinated children can ditch their COVID-19 mask at summer camp. 100th anniversary of Tulsa race massacre event cancelled over last-minute money demands. Vaccine passports for cross-border travel take off in Europe as U.S. looks very closely at concept, but promises no mandates. Hillary Clinton claims Capitol mob killed cop. Twitter reminds her that only person killed was Trump supporter. Benefits outweigh the risks. Fauci accused of ramming through dangerous virus research funding without telling White House. Cocaine-addled quail is only the beginning. Rand Paul warns of fallout from impossible to pay for inflation. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. COVID and the Noble Eye. China reveals God of War stealth bomber. Is ivermectin the new penicillin? Texas passes bill requiring sports teams to play national anthem. Buchanan, does our diversity portend disintegration? Microsoft president warns 2024 will look like Orwell's 1984 if we don't stop AI police state. Biden rebuts Russia's attempts to restore Open Skies Treaty. The first American city to authorize reparations is already regretting it. Judge postpones Georgia election audit after county hires criminal defense attorneys, files motion to dismiss. U.S. embassies worldwide are flying BLM flags this week. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Man City v Chelsea, the Champions League final preview. No longer afraid, Palestinians vow to fight Jerusalem evictions. Philippines protests China's illegal South China Sea presence. Mali court appoints Assimi Goïta as interim president. Colombia deploys military to Cali as protester death toll mounts. Remains of 215 children found at indigenous school site in Canada. Bonus edition, Gaza, Syrians in Denmark, Colombia. Erdogan opens landmark mosque in Istanbul's Taksim Square. Mali coup leader says new PM to be appointed within days. Will the U.S. succeed in finding the origins of COVID-19? The next headlines are from Breitbart. Report suggests Dr. Anthony Fauci believed experimenting on contagious viruses worth the risk of a lab accident. Dem Rep Canna, 100% will still be an investigation into 1/6, this is not disappearing in any way. SE Cup, Republicans killed 1/6 commission because they are worried it will implicate them. Watch, Joe Biden to veteran's daughter, I love those barrettes in your hair, looks like she's 19 years old. Exclusive Rep Jason Smith, big tech needs regulation in the same sense as any other telecom. Wasserman Schultz, GOP willing to abandon our system of government to install Trump. Joe Biden, DHS is for migration, not homeland security. Homan, states can divest from companies run by woke CEOs. Celtics Thompson threatens to follow fans who spit on players right to your house. Report, China could use Huawei cloud to blackmail global economies. The next headlines are from UPI News. Woman wins $2 M after buying ticket for wrong Powerball drawing. Watch, kayaker rescues red squirrel under attack from spawning basin river. Pony trapped in watery ditch hoisted to safety by firefighters. Look, Bob Dylan record return to Ohio Library was 48 years overdue. Watch, escaped pet alligator captured while floating in Pennsylvania River. 97-year-old World War II veteran's college degree in Illinois. Watch, loose cows, bull rounded up in Indianapolis neighborhood. Watch, Minnesota man breaks a second Mohawk world record. The next headlines are from odd, strange and bizarre things. The weirdest things you can do this summer. May is asparagus month and you should celebrate. 40 beer fun facts you need to know. These 10 plants will get rid of mosquitoes this summer. 5 facts you didn't know about playing golf. Starscope monocular, a close-up review. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Judge gave drug dealer a second chance 16 years later, he swore him in as a lawyer. Ingenious musician turns raindrops into otherworldly music, listen. New hope as groundbreaking cancer treatment could save child with extremely rare condition. World's tiniest pig at 10 inches tall, once thought extinct, is returning to the wild. Scientists partially restore vision in blind man using emerging technique and genes from light-sensitive algae. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Saturday, May 29th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Johnny Knoxville's last rodeo. As he prepares to release his final Jackass film, the stuntman takes stock of a surprisingly long, hilariously painful, and unusually influential career. Canadian politician William Amos caught on camera urinating just weeks after nudity gaffe. Champagne, oysters and a helicopter ride, New Zealand fugitive surrenders to police in style. Texas Border Patrol agent faces human trafficking charges after 180 migrants found in stash houses. U.S. military personnel spilled nuclear secrets in online flashcards. UK police raid suspected cannabis farm, find huge Bitcoin mining farm instead. Liberal MP stepping aside after urinating on camera during virtual House session. Seattle's latest street sweeper gets a new name, OK Broomer. Inappropriate sign posted at Popeyes under criminal investigation, Missouri cops say. Completely naked woman arrested for masturbating on floor of open SUV in Minnesota. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Warhammer 40k, Battle Sector Preview, a surprisingly deep and gory, turn-based wargame. Kia bets on bribing you with free stuff to secure its piece of the EV market pie. This Wi-Fi-equipped smart earwax remover could literally save your hearing. Score the entire 12 minutes microbook library for life for under $30 with this Memorial Day deal. What's VO2 Max and what does it tell you about your fitness? NASA's InSight lander might have discovered active volcanoes on Mars. Mapping the most important companies in autonomous vehicle tech. Finally, Tesla starts using cabin cameras to monitor drivers using autopilot. Voyager 1 is 14 billion miles away and picking up a bizarre cosmic hum. What is it? OnePlus Slick Live wallpaper will guilt you into using your phone less. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Candy-like models used to make STEM accessible to visually impaired students. Climate change-resistant corals could provide lifeline to battered reefs. A fiery past sheds new light on the future of global climate change. Declining biodiversity in wild Amazon fisheries threatens human diet. New tool activates deep brain neurons by combining ultrasound, genetics. Lessening the cost of strategies to reach the Paris Agreement. Same difference, two halves of the hippocampus have different gene activity. Exoskeleton-assisted walking may improve bowel function in people with spinal cord injury. New CRISPR tools help contain mosquito disease transmission. Exoskeleton therapy improves mobility, cognition and brain connectivity in people with MES. The next headlines are from Information Week. How enterprises are evolving their NLP. How to get developer and security teams aligned. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Saturday, May 29th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA awards laser air monitoring system contract for Orion. NASA Administrator statement on President's FY 2022 funding request. NASA awards new spacecraft avionics development contract. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. BYU men's basketball star Alex Barcello announces he will return next season, giving Cowboys an immediate boost. Donovan Mitchell speaks on Morant racism incident, status of his ankle, and how the Jazz can defend better in Game 3. Overturned water lawn trailer closes part of I-15. 3 more Utahns have died from COVID-19, and 272 new cases have been reported. Wasatch High wins 5A state title in boys soccer, Weber takes 6A crown after penalty shootout. Goat Springs fire burns hundreds of acres. Fallout continues over racist insults hurled at Ja Morant's family as Jazz and Grizzlies head towards Game 3. GOP blocks bipartisan probe of deadly January 6 riot at Capitol. A Utah middle school throws a mask burning to celebrate last day of state-imposed mandate. Riverton softball takes out COVID frustrations on Bingham, wins 6A state championship. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. NASA's Mars helicopter goes on stressful wild flight after malfunction. Satellites may have been underestimating the planet's warming for decades. Twitter could be working on Facebook-style reactions. WhatsApp says it won't limit functionality if you refuse its privacy policy, for now. Apps reportedly limited to maximum of 5 GB RAM in iPadOS, even with 16 GB RAM on iPad Pro. U.S. soldiers expose nuclear weapon secrets via flashcard apps. Should Microsoft have kept mum on Gates' nixed employee board representation? UK police stumble upon Bitcoin mine while looking for cannabis farm. AI could soon write code based on ordinary language. Biden administration continues to defend social media registration requirement in court. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Jefferson County SWAT officer shot, suspect dead after hours-long shootout with authorities. Holiday weekend first test of new St. Louis downtown safety plan. Memorial Day weekend events return despite chilly St. Louis temperatures. St. Louis police officer suffers graze wound in South City. Wentzville nonprofit daycare in a bind thanks to flash flooding damage. Storms open St. Louis sinkhole twice in one day. Surveillance images released after racially offensive poster left at Lake St. Louis Popeyes. Wanted, pics shared to identify people jumping on St. Louis police car. Farm laborer guilty in 2018 murder of Iowa college student. Missouri Secretary of State warns that scammers often ask for gift cards as payment. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Nearly 200 San Ysidro businesses have closed due to extended border restrictions. No longer in the realm of conspiracy, filmmaker talks UFOs recorded off San Diego coast. Probe ordered on California death row inmate innocence claim. To won't seek new death sentence against Scott Peterson. Lawmakers ask Biden to reopen border considering COVID-19 vaccination rates. DHS sets up fast-track docket for migrant families in 10 U.S. cities. Council member calls for report on local ghost gun proliferation. Pop-up vaccine clinic at trolley station looks to give shots where the people will go. Local businesses enthusiastic for holiday weekend crowds. Suspected Molotov cocktails, 22K rounds of ammo found in San Jose gunman Sam Cassidy's home. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Far Cry 6 official release date finally announced. Cirrus Gaming. Tesla cars will now spy on you to make sure you don't autopilot yourself into a PR disaster. Ubisoft officially announces Far Cry 6 being released in October. Far Cry 6 feed gets 2 new trailers, a release date and a fully voiced protagonist. Far Cry 6 locks down an October release date, intense 4K gameplay footage revealed. Dog caught on hidden camera doing the sweetest thing for foster brother. The Dodo Foster Diaries. Russian government hackers target civil society groups after compromising USAID email marketing account. Australia says Yang Hangjin under arbitrary detention in China after espionage verdict postponed. Review, Chipolo One Spot does a few things better than AirTag. Paycom Software's Richardson, AMD sue among highest paid CEOs. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Ukraine tests new Bogdana truck-mounted artillery. French Navy will receive more H-160 helicopters. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. Hong Kong political crackdown continues with more prison time for pro-democracy activists, second Tiananmen vigil ban. Changsha officials give preferential hiring treatment to male teachers because Chinese boys are too effeminate. Shanghai. In Taiwan, a law meant to empower the indigenous is put to the test. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Saturday, May 29, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Crews battle fire near San Francisco's Bernal Heights. Community gathers to honor the life of VTA shooting victim Paul Mejia. Dine and drink, San Francisco bars welcome back customers. Bay Area mother protests open-air drug dealing. Holiday travel, Bay Area airports see increase in traffic. VTA shooting, remembering master mechanic Jose the Jesus Hernandez 3. He was my hero, family remembers VTA shooting victim Timothy Romo. California AG plans to curb gun violence after San Jose shooting. VTA shooting victim Adrian Baeza remembered as kind, compassionate. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. House passes new map after fierce suburban lawmaker debate. Suburban Republicans say Democrats' new Supreme Court map is manipulation effort. Bail set at $1.5 million for suspect in Naperville shooting. Bernie Lincecum, hello is a delightful way to begin, with memories of Don Zimmer naked. Lead service line replacement bill passes Senate, heads back to House. New giant human plus nature sculptures at Morton Arboretum show spiritual connection to trees. Senate passes bill strengthening legal protection for migrants. How suburban pools are opening under COVID-19 guidelines starting this weekend. Workers rally for Climate Union Jobs Act. Barrington Art Fest is back with new features. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 7.52 km, in Japan May 29, 2021, 1:02 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in Kenya. Drought is ongoing in Azerbaijan, Iraq, Iran, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. Green forest fire alert in Kazakhstan. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Libya, Tunisia. Green forest fire alert in Mexico. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Green forest fire alert in South Africa. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Saturday, May 29th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Flood advisory in effect for Austin, Ft. Bend, Harris and Waller counties until 2:15 a.m. Accused serial killer with ties to Houston found guilty in Oklahoma teen's kidnapping and murder. Husband shot and killed while leaving Northeast Houston convenience store with wife. San Jose home bakers donate part of their earnings to help combat Asian hate. Fans say they feel safe at Minute Maid Park despite recent Dodgers brawl. Student-founded nonprofit helping students in underserved communities. Pushing jobs plan, U.S. Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm comes to Texas warning of grid fix. Harris County Flood Control District doubles down on projects ahead of hurricane season. Driver found dead with gunshot wounds on North Freeway. George Ranch HS track star announces she's keeping her talents close to home. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Twitchman robs Pujols of winning HR, Giants top Dodgers in 10. Belarusians increasingly cornered after EU cuts air links. Democrat drawn legislative maps head to Pritzker for action. In time for summer, Europe sees dramatic fall in virus cases. O'Neill homers in Cards win, D-backs lose 12th straight. Padres score 7 in 11th, beat Astros 10-3, SD now 7-0 versus Al. Lewis homers, M's hand Rangers 10th straight road loss 3-2. California mass killer had arsenal of guns, ammo at his home. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, lost MoMA modernist house found in Croton-on-Hudson. DNA hit leads to indictment in 1996 Queens rape case. New York City's legendary tour guide Speed Lovitch takes us to the Friends Wall. Photos, major construction completed at East Side Access, still on schedule for 2022. Mayor's last-minute change to homeless bill leaves glaring hole in rent voucher program. Hey, New York City's beaches are opening this weekend, even if it's too rainy to go. Where do mayoral candidates stand on education? Fantastic vegan fare at the lovely Aunts at Uncle's in Brooklyn. How George Floyd's filmed murder has changed how Palestinians are viewed in the mainstream. Reopening a comedy club is no joke as the pandemic eases. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. No Manals, More Gender Equality in Indonesia, a UN Resident Coordinator blog. COVID-19, pharmaceutical companies urge to support knowledge-sharing platform. Illegal clearing by agribusiness driving rainforest destruction. Thousands in Goma evacuated amid fears of further volcanic eruption. UN chief underlines need to step up COVID-19 vaccine production, equitable distribution. Grave concerns over dire and deteriorating situation in war-torn Tigray region. Halt legislation on coercive mental health measures in Europe, UN experts. The Kenyan peacekeeper championing the ideals of the women, peace and security. Why experts are saying it's a make or break moment for forests. Are there clinically meaningful differences between anti-COVID-19 vaccines? The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Black Lives Matter founder Patras Cullors resigns after making millions of dollars. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. GOP blocks Capitol riot probe, displaying loyalty to Trump. Did actor Rick Moranis quit acting to raise his children? Are the pink lakes of Australia real? Did North Korea ban skinny jeans as a symbol of capitalistic lifestyle? Did Philly chefs create a 510-foot-long cheesesteak sandwich? Did Eleanor Roosevelt say Marines have the cleanest bodies, the filthiest minds? Tokyo Olympics looking more and more like fan-free event. Spain criticized for unequally priced equality stamps. No sex offender treatment, no parole for Bill Cosby, 83. Did Matt Gaetz say we better use the Second Amendment when discussing social media companies? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. COVID-19 vaccine data was peer-reviewed, contrary to MEM's claim. Caitlyn Jenner overstates California's share of U.S. homeless population. Story twists facts on diagnosing breakthrough COVID-19 cases. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Bill Maher admits the vaccine probably helped him kick COVID. Is Smelly Cat secretly the best cover song of all time? How 2 incredible women declared war on the makers of Agent Orange sprayed all over Vietnam and the U.S. Men who are worried about a baby bust should try talking to women. Broadway is back, and may finally confront its racism. Luxury hotels on the cheap, pyramids to oneself, what it's like to visit Egypt right now. Who the hell was Jackie Jones and why is a mountain named for him? Keith McNally on nearly dying, Graydon Carter, defending Woody Allen, and saving his restaurant empire. UK billionaire's daughter-in-law questioned in police cop's death. New York prosecutors zero in on Trump's real-life Wayne Manor. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Hawks fans kept it lively and clean in win over Knicks. Kayaker finds otter species thought to be extinct in Argentina. Yankees cannot keep winning with this lifeless offense. UK billionaire's daughter-in-law questioned in the death of top police cop. Nets Nick Claxton no match for Celtics Tristan Thompson. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. First evidence of cell membrane molecules in space. Snapshot a spiral galaxy being picked apart. The sky this week. A conjunction of Venus and Mercury. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. U.S. braces for extreme temperatures over Memorial Day weekend. Rare superflower blood moon lunar eclipse captured in photos. Severe storms and tornadoes threaten 22 million Americans. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. 11 Texas sheriff workers fired in connection with inmates' homicide, they abused their authority. Venmo to let users hide friends list after Biden's account was uncovered. Southwest Airlines to reevaluate resuming liquor sales following unruly passenger incident. Sole survivor, 5, of Italian cable car crash remains in critical condition. Woman fatally shot near Arizona Community College has been identified. San Jose mass shooter set pot full of ammo to boil on kitchen stove in house where 22,000 rounds recovered, sheriff says. Arizona infant found dead in bag placed in bushes. Shame on the Republican Party, Senate GOP blocks January 6th commission in victory for Trump. Pilot gets probation for obscene aerial prank. De Blasio, New York City's COVID rate hits lowest level since Labor Day 2020. The following headlines are from military.com. 2 charged in slaying of military couple in their front yard. Navy will get Air Force F-16 fighter jets to fill Super Hornet gap. Harris cites challenges of fragile world in speech to U.S. Naval Academy graduates. Navy speeds up ship retirements as it ramps up investment in new platforms. Air Force will see substantial cuts to aircraft fleets in Biden's first budget. Space Force is the only military service set to grow under Biden's budget plan. Department of Defense healthcare beneficiaries spared from fee increases in new budget request. Troops would see 2.7% pay raise under proposed Department of Defense budget. Army grunts may get more guns, but less ammo next year. Marine Corps invests in drone truck-based ship killer missile as it ditches some MRAPs. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Democrats send legislative maps to Governor J.B. Pritzker while looking to push 2022 primary election to June. Woman dies after speeding BMW driving wrong way hits her on Loop Street, tries to flee scene, police say. As Chicago police launch new foot pursuit policy, experts say specific rules, training will be keys to success. Pritzker says he'll sign newly approved plan to create 110 new marijuana shops in Illinois. COVID-19 led some schools to drop letter grades. One suburban student is on a quest to get his back. Man held on $750K bail in fatal shooting of paralyzed man and his dog on South Side, prosecutors say. Cook County Commissioner urges pause on changing Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day, reveals he is descended from slaves owned by Choctaw tribe. Chicago track and field events to find Chicago's fastest kids, celebrate opening of new Gately Park Athletics Center. Former Catholic school teacher in the Joliet Diocese indicted on 5 criminal counts following accusation of child grooming, records show. CPS to take back turnaround schools, controversial program that saw schools shift to private operators and teachers fired is being dismantled. The following headlines are from phys.org. Curiosity rover captures shining clouds on Mars. Russian rocket launches UK telecom satellites after delay. Go vegan to save planet, UK show looks at eco-cost of meat. Unusual bobcat trident found in California fireburn zone. Study uses candy-like models to make STEM accessible to visually impaired students. SpaceX CRS-22 mission to space station launches water bears, squid, solar panels. Researchers develop better ways to culture living heart cells on the International Space Station. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Saturday, May 29th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Indy fans, start your party. Fans flock to IMSS for Indy 500. 25 years after Car-Earl split, open-wheel racing at peace. Loeffler's path to Jets, Saleh began 17 years ago in Michigan. Leading off, Bellinger returning, Craig laughs off blunder. How can I access new emails in Outlook without having copies kept on a server? The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. WH legislative team pursues politics as personal strategy. SF Giants win wildest game of season against Dodgers, Posey, Wade, Longoria deliver clutch hits. San Jose man convicted of murder in 2019 shooting over unreturned clothing. San Jose, pedestrian hit and killed by vehicle. Bob Melvin gets historic victory as A's best MVP front-runner Shohei Ohtani. Far Cry 6 Feet preview shows players igniting a revolution against a dictator. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Scott Peterson case, to won't seek new death sentence. West Virginia state trooper shot, suspect found dead after standoff. Judge hears arguments in lawsuits against Trump, bar over Lafayette Square. Susie Lee, Nevada Democrat, announces divorce. Postal Service plans first-class rate hikes. Fauci supported dangerous virus experiments, calling them important work, report. Devastating, critics pan Biden's proposed $3.6 billion budget cut for U.S. Army. U.S. academics sanction Finnish prosecutor for charging Christians opposing gay marriage. NCAA ripped for holding events in states with bans on transgender athletes in female sports. Biden has another you-know-the-thing moment, life, liberty, etc. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Microwave weapon concerns spread to Department of Homeland Security. Anti-China trade bill is big boost for big tech. Joe Biden is filling top Pentagon positions with defense contractors. Imprison anti-fascist activist says federal guards let white supremacists beat him. Pressure mounts to tax the rich in Connecticut. Losing the asymmetric war. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Saturday, May 29, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Less is more. New take on machine learning helps us scale up phase transitions. Waking just 1 hour earlier cuts depression risk by double digits. Prognostic value of troponin in COVID-19 patients. Research suggests social factors important for human-wildlife coexistence. Nanofibrous filters for PM2.5 filtration. Results of the Corona study published in The Lancet Respiratory Medicine. Social connectedness among Medicare beneficiaries after onset of pandemic. Researchers create new CRISPR tools to help contain mosquito disease transmission. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Horoscope for Saturday, May 29, 2021. On a cold, rainy night, queens of RuPaul's Drag Race turn up the heat in sizzling Soldier Field show. Remap moves ahead, Democrats send new legislative maps to Pritzker's desk, over GOP objections. WNBA yet to comment on disrespectful comments made by official as Sky suffer third consecutive loss. Sox outfielder Adam Engel in a pretty good spot during rehab assignment. Sex education standardization bill sent to Pritzker's desk, lead pipe removal bill moves closer. Cubs notebook, David Boat swings, sprints, searches, and celebrates. Fugitive paroled killer recaptured, but family of slain Chicago teen wants to know why he was ever let go. Woman hit, killed by vehicle in loop. Old Gelt Gardens commercial building needs love, or a new owner. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Saturday, May 29, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Houston Methodist employees sue hospital to stay unvaccinated and keep their jobs. Sheriff Gonzalez fires 11 employees after death of 23-year-old inmate ruled a homicide. Governor Abbott calls Patrick's call to legislators to stay in town pretty goofy. Possible Governor Matthew McConaughey is a fan of alt-right professor. Reviews for the uneasily quarantined, Cruella. Openings and closings, Uli's Kitchen opens, 1/5 pivots again. The Tipping Point continues to be a cultural hub in downtown Houston. Houston's 5 best weekend food bets, 50-cent quarter pounders and a Memorial Day BOGO. Texans HC David Culley at bottom rung of NFL Coach of the Year candidate ladder. The next headlines are about world records making news. Local veteran hopes to inspire others on mission to climb all 7 summits in the world, WSOC Charlotte. Local weightlifter competing in IWF Masters World Championships on Saturday, WMBB, mypenhandle.com. World champion rope skipper Ho wants Hongkongers to skip 283,000 times, South China Morning Post. I'll die before I quit, RI man training to shatter his second world record, WPRE.com. It's fun, man holds 2 world records for Sky High Mohawk, credit salon for his success, WLKY Louisville. Chalk it up, Alameda artist sets a world record, East Bay Times. Michael Norman wins stacked 400 min Doha, home of the Olympic Channel. Obituary, Doug Errol, who set a world record for highest glider flight, Stuff Co. NZ. Minnesota man breaks a second Mohawk world record, UPI News. Robert Marchand, cyclist who was jailed by the Nazis and set world records after his 100th birthday, obituary, telegraph.co.uk. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Backpedaling, WhatsApp says it won't lobotomize accounts that refuse privacy policy update. Twitter says no more blue check marks for you. The Suicide Squad's weasel had a fantastic inspiration and it wasn't a weasel. U.S. soldiers accidentally leaked nuclear weapon secrets online, report. Black Panther writer Ta-Nehisi Coates wants better for creators bringing these stories to life. If you're reading this, you're not welcome on the Elizabeth Holmes jury. Hairballs, and Harley sum up the toys of the week. A Sly Goddess grants favors, for a price, in this first look at Cassandra Rose Clark's The Beholden. Have I Been One teams up with the FBI on password leaks. Infinite's first trailer introduces an immortal Mark Wahlberg. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Jarrah in Kuwait at 119.84 degrees Fahrenheit or 48.8 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 103.72 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 75.4 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. NASA budget goes all in on science, stays the course on moon lander. AT&T Verizon lobby keeps claiming that home internet prices are dropping. CDC loosened mask guidance to encourage vaccination, it failed spectacularly. Review, A Quiet Place Part 2 is a worthy sequel that was worth the wait. Far Cry 6 gameplay reveal, ride a horse, pet a dog, set lots of things on fire. Redesigned AirPods are coming soon, report claims. Game Builder Garage hides powerful programming tools behind a cute interface. Google Photos wants money, stricter storage limitations kick in next week. Texas fail-safe generators failed, risking weeks-long catastrophe. Engineered virus and goggles restore object recognition in a blind man. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Death of anti-vax sheriff's deputy ruled in the line of duty, report. Kyrsten Sinema skipped January 6 commission vote, and her office won't say why, report. Tip workers still feeling the pandemic crunch. Watch, James Carville cites Vladimir Lenin to bolster his attack on woke people. Bill Maher hilariously examines why Republicans think everything is a false flag operation. Key Trump property at center of fraud investigation, newly published subpoenas show, report. Rebecca Jones accused Ron DeSantis of cooking the books, she now has whistleblower status, report. Department of Justice asks judge to dismiss lawsuit against Barr and Trump for infamous clearing of Lafayette Square. What motivated B-list actor Jim Jesus Caviezel to go full QAnon? MAGA rioter arrested with help from helmeted fashion photos and accessories he showed off online. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. President Biden proposed a new budget that excludes the Hyde Amendment. Republicans filibuster the January 6 commission because they can. With anti-Asian attacks on the rise, Democrats need to figure out how to talk about China. White women like Amy Cooper will never be sorry. Matt Gaetz tells supporters they have an obligation to use Second Amendment. A low-carbon replacement for short plane flights, blimps. Joe Biden has publicly trashed student debt forgiveness, but behind the scenes, he's made Democrats hopeful. The steady drumbeat of Trump's big lie may stir more attacks, a federal judge says. Eleanor Holmes Norton's long, lonely fight to gain DC voting rights. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Are UFOs for real? Why everyone is talking about them much more seriously now? The print. Scientists develop new molecular tool to detect alien life, as to now. 11 moments in Moby Doc you'll see and still not believe, Vulture. The Rooney Bin, if there are aliens among us, why didn't they bring the wine? The Florida Times-Union. Troy Reaming, UFOs are real, so now what? Traverse City Record Eagle. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Defiance ETF takes investors on a trip with psychedelic fund $sign ETF trends. Low yields, not with the super dividend ETF, NASDAQ. Silent thief of sight glaucoma, from new treatment to biological perspectives, medical dialogues. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Saturday, May 29, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Navy warships swarmed by UFOs, radar confirms video. FMR Pentagon UFO proponent claims reprisal for speaking out. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Saturday, May 29, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.